It is 7:15. Congressman Ami Bera is paying a visit to the U.S.-Mexico border. Yesterday, he toured a migrant shelter and met with immigration advocates. He's joining us live this morning from El Paso, Texas. Good morning, Congressman.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
Great to be with you today. I wanted to just dive right in. We've got a lot of ground to cover. And so it's my understanding that you met with officials to tour a migrant shelter. Can you just break down what exactly you saw and describe it?
We did. We started the day yesterday. We went across the border into Mexico, into Ciudad Juarez, to see the migrant centers down there.
How are you working to make sure that this doesn't negatively impact PG&E workers? You know, they're out there on the front lines. We've seen instances where they've been harassed. And so you're targeting executives, but how do you make sure it doesn't affect, down the ladder?
This is only focused around the 8 executives that...
Late last year, we saw the California Senate give 10% pay raises to 71 of their state employees. So the effort, you see an effort, but it's just not translating.
Well, the legislature can do whatever it wants.
Was it boys or girls getting the pay raises?
No, it was the ladies.
Okay.
A potential game changer here for college sports in California. Lawmakers have approved this bill that would essentially allow student athletes to be paid. To be paid. What do you think of all this? What do you make of it?
There's nothing potential about it. This is going to change college sports forever.
I want to circle back here, but if you don't mind me interrupting, please. Acting Director of U.S. Citizenship and Immigration, Ken Cuccinelli, recently placed the blame on Congress, essentially on you guys. He was saying, describing conditions as deplorable in these detention centers. He's saying lawmakers need to allocate more money, more funds to address this problem. But you're saying that you saw fairly humane conditions. Did I understand you correctly?
That was in Ciudad Juarez on the Mexican side. So we visited detention centers here.
If you are elected, you would be the first female governor here in California. You've said in the past, when you get a critical mass of women, there is a change in how government operates. Can you expound on that?
There was research done that showed that when you get over 30% women in the legislature...
So you said you wanted to bring common sense back to California. So as voters get to know you, why should GOP candidates vote for you? What makes you appealing to them here in this state?
Well, look, I was born and raised right here in California.
What are the priorities for the new leadership in Congress? That's a big question. Democratic Congressman from the 7th District, Ami Bera, joins us this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Glad to be on, Simone.
It has been a busy couple of weeks for you. You've won re-election. This will be your 4th term in the House, and what a ride it has been. What was it like to watch the Democrats take back the House?
I think the public's put their trust in us. And
these contenders are strong, and how are you going to measure up? What are you offering here on the table for voters who are still getting to know you?
Well, I'm offering a progressive agenda.
I wanted to touch on something. You're the co-founder of the Problem Solvers Caucus. Essentially, it's a group of Democrats and Republicans that are dedicated to working together. And we have seen so much bitter, partisan bickering. And you said the country needs to heal. What tangible things can you guys bring to the table in terms of that?
So a couple things. We're going to have leadership elections coming up, and we've put...
Two things to watch, of course, Biden versus Sanders, and then we've got Harris versus Buttigieg shaping up as sort of a side tangent here. And don't count Harris out just yet. Her campaign hasn't quite gotten the traction she's wanted, but as her time in California as a prosecutor and former attorney general, this could be her chance to stand out in this field.